Am I old? I mean, I can't be old, right? I mean, I have a YouTube channel where I talk about cartoons. I listen to incomprehensible vocaloid music. I'm not old. I'm cool. I'm one of the younglings. I'm not that old, right? I don't know, man. I watched Hazbin Hotel. The first season isn't even out yet, you know, the entire thing. And people were already asking for my opinions. And then I find out that apparently the creator of Hazbin Hotel has a bunch of stuff going on through social media, a bunch of controversies. And I'm like, is this the future of media criticism on YouTube? Every time that I talk about some media, I need to look up the entire history of the person who made it. I mean, I get the idea of looking into someone and what they say online. I mean, I did do several videos on Lily Orchard. I also follow what Yandere Dev posts online because I think it's funny. But here's the thing. What Yandere Dev does actually impacts Yandere Simulator, you know, the game he's making, because the game has a bunch of penny stuff, fetish shit, and he's not making the games like 10 years in development and has one rival. And Lily Orchard says the dumbest shit I have ever seen anyone say online, so it makes sense that you would look into what they say, because this shit is so dumb that they are probably really dumb people that do a lot of funny dumb stuff. Well, Hazbin Hotel is fine. It's fine. I don't see the need to look into the creator at all. I can kind of see it if you're a fan of the project, but speaking on my interests, there's like this webcomic I really like called Like a Daisy, and they are doing some animation stuff too. And I don't feel the need to look up on Twitter everything that the crew is doing, you know. Like, I actually looked up some things that happened. I'm not everything. If there is something that's like really fucked up, feel free to say something in the comments and inform me, because I'm not doing my job properly, apparently. The stuff I've seen is not that big of a deal, honestly. I've seen people criticizing the lady that created the show because she replaced the voice cast. I'm like, really? Are we really canceling people for firing someone? Professionally replacing workers? It's not like, I don't know, company layoff where they fire thousands of people at the same time in order for profit. She just made a professional decision regarding her show. Honestly, I would probably do the same. If I have the opportunity to put Keith David in something that I did, I would take it. And I've seen people like complaining something about like Angel Dust has this music, a song. The person who storyboarded it has a rape fetish, and like, guys, you don't understand that the person who storyboarded the thing isn't the person who created the character, wrote the episodes, composed the song, voice acted it, played the instruments. You do understand that they're just one person doing one thing, and even that one thing is subjected to layers of superiors approving it or not. Like they can't just do something that their bosses won't approve. It doesn't matter that the person has a rape fetish. I will concede that the fact that we know that the person has a rape fetish is very unprofessional. You shouldn't be putting this on your socials that are associated with your professional artistic brand. But if the person hasn't raped anyone, like, who cares? honestly, speaking from experience, I'm more afraid of people that pretend that they're super morally correct and don't do anything wrong, like parents, teachers, and church personnel, that they pretend they are part of community and how children should completely trust their authority, than someone that is actually open about the rape fetish, And I'm not saying that they aren't, maybe they are, I don't know, but you don't have any proof that they actually harmed anybody. A lot of people say, oh, it is responsible for you to put a rape fetishes to draw this. Honestly, I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that they're having fun. Would you rather put this project in the hands of someone that absolutely hates it? That absolutely hates rape and drawing and talking about it, and we rather have them have a miserable time? Is that Catholic enough for you? I'm glad that the storyboarding went to someone who had fun with it. I'm glad that they put their passion in it. And if they actually harass someone, sexually abuse them, I hope that they can get brought to justice. I hope that the harassment doesn't happen in the first place, obviously. But I do also hope that we can be responsible about it and this person can face the consequences. But just having the fetish doesn't really mean anything. I think that like one person having that wouldn't have this much of an impact in the character as much as people say it is. And I've seen people complaining about like, oh, you can't have the character doing this crap, it's bad representation. And like, here's the thing about bad representation. I think that bad representation is a valid criticism for you to put towards something, but it needs to have like an actual impact on things. You can't just say, oh, it's bad representation for something you don't like. It needs to actually do something bad. It needs to actually matter, If the show had like a terrible point, like, oh, because Angel Dust deserves to suffer what he does. Angel Dust is a terrible person, or oh, here are some harmful stereotypes about sex workers that we're going to show our audience. You would have a point, but the guy is obviously in distress. This terrible situation is portrayed with the seriousness that it is. The guy is a three-dimensional character capable of growth, and I couldn't clock anything against sexual workers or sexual abuse victims, so I don't know, who cares? If I'm wrong, please comment down below how this representation is harmful, but I don't really see how it is. You can use bad representation as a cudgel towards anyone that you don't like if you want to, but honestly, I think that bad representation needs to actually affect something in the work. Can't just be like, oh, this person is acting unrealistic or like something that I disagree with. I think that it's just pointless. Again, am I too old for this? Do I need to create a TikTok? Because I think that this is starting to lose me. I don't really see what people are so worked up about. I don't even care about the constant swearing and cursing on the cartoon. Maybe it's because English is my second language and cursors are naturally more hard-hitting in my native language. You might have noticed that I drop a lot of F-bombs in my videos, and that's because English is much easier to curse for me. So maybe that's probably my thing. But honestly, Hazbin Hotel is fine. It's fine. I had fun. It's colorful. It has good music. I enjoyed watching it. I've been thinking about stuff because I recently discovered that a person 5 months ago made a video replying to one of my videos on Lily Orchard, and I think that the person did not do a good job criticizing what I did. I actually left like a gigantic comment defending myself. But when I rewatched that video, I kind of felt how miserable I was. It was the Star versus the Forces of Evil one. It's something that it's a video that I'm not particularly proud of. I'm not going to enlist it yet because I don't think that it's a bad video. I think that the points I make are really good, and yeah, it may give me views. I don't regret doing it. But I was in a state of mind that I was so tired of talking about the Orchard, and I felt like I had to, in order to be successful and achieve my dream of being able to sustain myself by talking about things that I like. The video that replied to me points out that I only start talking about Lily Orchard's video 4 minutes into the video, and the reason for that is because I spent a lot of time begging people to please subscribe to my channel and watch my other stuff because I didn't want to get stuck talking about Lily Orchard for the rest of my life. And I was just watching this person just angrily berate this cartoon for children and being so angry against the fandom and saying a bunch of stupid shit about anime, and I was like, dude, why is this person doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I alive? So yeah, maybe I'm getting too old for this. Maybe I should retire from the whole cartoon analyzing business. Maybe I should talk about books and acclaimed foreign movie. But regarding Hazbin Hotel, did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. As I have said, the first season isn't out completely yet, but I do have kind of an idea of what they're doing, and I enjoyed the cartoon. But I do have some criticism for it. There are some things that I personally didn't like, maybe because I'm not exactly the target audience for this. But does anyone else feel like the designs for the characters are way too much? I think that it could be simplified a little bit. I don't like the radio demon, the red one. I think he's so ugly. It's just his design is just too busy, and he feels like he's one of those troll characters, you know. I don't like him. Let's see, characters that I do like. I like Lucifer. I think he's my favorite in the show. I like their take on him. I like the fact that he is an angel that really wanted to advance humanity and had good ideas that are too innovative and haven't cast him down. And now he's in a constant state of depression because of the decisions that he did, and because he is constantly only exposed to the bad stuff that humanity does, and he's just depressed about that. I like that take. I just think that they were a little bit confused with his character because they wanted to make him a father that loves his daughter, but he also needed to be absent. So it's kind of confusing. There's like this whole musical number about the dad being like, no, because you can rely on me, Charlie, while the radio demon is just... I don't understand why the radio demon cares. Maybe he's just trolling. He's just like, I'm just gonna troll the king of hell now. Who gives a shit? And Lucifer just ate it up. But he didn't even know about the hotel, even though Charlie told him. He just completely forgot because he's also an absent father that doesn't pay attention to his daughter. And then he's like, no, I can't help you with this stuff, even though I told you that I would, and they had to do another musical number. I think that they were a little confused on that, but good character, I liked it. The music was fun, so that by itself justifies its existence. My favorite music was Loser. I liked it. And I like the idea that, you don't have to suffer alone. You can talk to other people about your problems, even if it doesn't help. You can just be friends with other people and then form bonds based on your shared misery of being stuck in hell. If I had to say the biggest missed opportunity on this show is that I think it could be more more epic, you know? Like, I do understand what the show is going for, because they do want to be very human. The characters are very human, capable of making mistakes, capable of changing and growing. But I think it needs a little bit more world building. I'm not saying lore. I'm not saying that you need to do lightsaber lore shit. I don't care about it. What I'm saying is that hell doesn't feel like hell, and heaven doesn't feel like heaven. I mean, the character designs are clearly have a lot of thought behind them. As I said, they actually do feel a little too busy sometimes. But why can we have a gigantic demon that's like crushing souls? Adam directly references a boiling pot in his song. Why can we have that, a boiling pot, a bunch of burning souls? It doesn't feel like hell is just like a city. It's just Rio de Janeiro. I don't feel like they really take advantage of the hell aesthetic to create something truly unique. Like, you go and watch Smiling Friends, and it's not even about hell. There's only one episode about hell, and it's so much more epic. There's giant monsters, there's these vistas, and there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and it just feels like they don't take advantage of that in Hazbin Hotel at all. They didn't go to heaven. Heaven's like a city that's really clean. It's a shopping mall. Like, when you read Divine Comedy, there is so much crazy shit going on. There's like a circle of angels just flying around, and no, it's just a city, a clean city in a bunch of clouds. I think this also affects characterizations as well, because as obnoxious as Adam is, I think he's the only one that actually understands what's going on. They eventually go to heaven, and they have like this whole assembly, and they're like, wow, we don't actually know what gets people into heaven. If they were supposed to be in heaven, they would already be. And it seems like the angels are ashamed of that. They're like, oh man, I'm so sorry. But like, would they care? I mean, their boss is God. They were made to fulfill God's will. As obnoxious as Adam is, he's the only one that actually understands this. It's like, hell is forever, everything is black and white. If you weren't supposed to be in hell, you wouldn't be there, so you're going to suffer everything that happens to you. And that feels like something that makes sense. I do understand that this show wants to be more humane and portray angels as more human and fallible. But, I mean, when you talk about religion, this kind of stuff, I think that it would be more interesting to have this different morality show up and show angels as being truly different from humans. Like, there's this angel that's essentially a child. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe that you're exterminating innocent people. First of all, they're not innocent people, they're in hell. Like, you're really saying that hell is full of innocent people, you're literally blaspheming against God. And second of all, you're apparently okay with a bunch of people being tortured in hell for eternity. But once you kill them, it's too much, really? I mean, if I were given the choice of either dying permanently, stop existing, and going to hell to suffer eternity, I would rather just disappear. I don't want to suffer for eternity. It actually fits a mercy kill, if I'm really honest. And third of all, if you're really against how people die, you don't understand that they kill each other frequently, right? Like, the amount of times that someone grabs a gun, another weapon, starts shooting. What if a bullet hits a bystander and is dead? Like, the Veggie literally throws people into what is apparently a war zone because those exist in hell, and it's just a funny moment. Nobody gives a shit if hell people die. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, it doesn't feel like it was really thought out, the morality and implications. Just like, oh, we should be against exterminating souls in hell because exterminating people is wrong. but you're really just ignoring the entire context of hell and heaven, right? When I think about it, I think that hell and heaven should be concepts that are entirely foreign to the human mind. I don't think that we as people can comprehend like eternal damnation or eternal blessings in the afterlife. And if the show actually tried to engage with these concepts in full faith, I think that it would be more interesting. It's possible that the next 2 episodes do try to engage with that, but considering that, I don't know, 6 episodes already went by, I am not trusting of that, and even if they were, it's too late. There are other issues. I have like the radio demons are probably gone for 7 years, and coincidentally so is Charlie's mom. I think they're probably related. But like, where did they go? Did they leave hell? Did the radio demon monkey bone his way into Earth or something? Jesus, nobody's gonna get that. Where did Lilith go? How did no one notice that the queen of hell is out somewhere else? Did Charlie even look for her, like ask around where she is? Maybe not, I don't know, she has more stuff going on in her head. Yeah, so I have nitpicks, but I had fun with the show. It's fun, I enjoyed it. And do I recommend it? Yeah, I mean, go check it out. I am recording this on January 30th, so the new episodes, I think that the last 2 come out on February 2nd, so I didn't watch the entire thing. But I do recommend watching the episodes that have been launched so far, or at least going on YouTube and listen to the songs. They're cool, I like them. So yeah, this is my video. This is me recording my existential crisis because I'm not one of the cool kids anymore. I am now an adult. Have a job, I pay taxes. I do not have patience for Twitter drama bullshit anymore. Maybe I should start gardening.